Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra Tutorials channel. I'm your host, Larry. I'm here in version 0.9.0 of Voices of the Void. And today I'm going to talk to you about how, with this newly designed ATV, what do you do when the power or the battery level gets really low? Do you have to buy a new battery, or do you have to buy a battery charger? The answer is no. There's one for free already in the game. So if you hop on your ATV, we're gonna take a left real quick right outside, and we're going over there, we're gonna follow those power lines, and we're gonna go find Transformer 1, because that's the one that's got what we want for extra goodies that are hidden, that are given to us basically for free. So we just gotta follow this pathway over here. Again, you can just follow those power lines that are wiggling and wobbling around up there in the air. And we just want to head over here to the power transformer number 2. And that's going to give us a free battery charger for large car batteries, or ATV batteries in this case, so that we can make adjustments to our ATV. Now we're going to need a couple of other tools along the way. Namely, we're going to need a wrench that comes for free with the game, provided that you didn't sell all of that equipment at the start of the game for a few extra bucks. So once we drive up here, this is where the power transformer is. I know it's a little hard to follow the power lines because of the dense canopy of trees, but I can assure you it's there. So what we're looking for is inside of here. This is the power transformer. And we're looking inside of this room here for this battery charger. In fact, there's an actual spare car battery that we can pocket as well. So we're going to grab this bad boy, and it's going to be coming with us. We don't actually need this car battery, but it's here maybe if we want it later. I'm just going to pocket this whole battery charger, and then we're going to head on back to base. Alright, once we get back to base, we're actually going to do a couple of things. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go plug in our new charger. Now, word to the wise, right now, the very first time I grabbed this charger, I set it on the floor and it fell through the world, and I lost it and I had to go buy a new one. They're expensive. So I suggest you find yourself a table or a chair and set that bad boy down on said table or chair, because that is going to be the easiest way you have of not losing it into the void. There, once you've got that set down, you're going to grab the plug on the back and drag it over to an outlet somewhere, let go, and now it's ready to start charging batteries. But you're probably saying, Larry, I don't have a battery to charge. Well, that's easy. There's one inside the ATV. And to get it, we just got to have one of these fancy wrenches. You walk up to the ATV, you click on it, and you're going to remove the battery from the ATV when you point at the center engine for the ATV. Boom. Car battery. Currently at 98.4%. This thing drains really fast these days. Honestly, it does the same thing with the gas as well. So boom. We got a car battery. Now we just got to turn this on. That's right. We just got to grab these. We're going to put this on the red pin, and we're going to put the blue one on the blue pin, and now it's charging. It used to be, in the previous version of this game, it didn't have these two little arms. You just clicked the box, and it would start charging it. But now you got to put on, just like in real life, you got to put the red clamp to the red pin, and the blue clamp to the blue pin. And look, it's already charging, although it's about as fast as it is in real life to charge the battery. But it's better than having to buy a brand new one because they're expensive. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, alright Larry, that's all well and good, but what if I want to install other upgrades to the ATV? Like maybe I got myself a fancy solar panel. Well, that's not too bad. You just click it when you're holding it and it automatically installs it. At least it's that easy for the moment. You can also put on like a map so you can see where you're at all times. You can grab this storage compartment, so now we can store things while we're out and about going about our business. We can open that up, and we've got storage for this random pick that I found. And then we can go out and have robust adventures, and also this will auto charge our battery. So let's say that the battery is done charging, because it might as well be at this point. We can just pull these off in the most unsafe way possible, and they'll whip back to the charger. We can grab this bad boy, waltz back out into the garage, and we can just click to slap it back in there, and now the ATV is ready to go. Similarly, if you grab the gasoline and point it at here, you can fuel it back up. And then the question then becomes, Larry, how do I get more gasoline if I don't want to have to spend a fortune buying gasoline? Because buying gasoline is expensive, even in this game. Well, as it would happen, you can go down here into the spooky basement. We're going to say hi to Harold the mannequin and Gerald. And then back over here is this gigantic, lovely furnace with some garbage on it. You can stick the gas can right here. And then when you open up this furnace, which is currently surrounded by junk, when you open up this furnace, you can put combustible items inside of it, including these mannequins. Okay, once you're able to actually get this bad boy open, you can throw things, especially coal, which you find in these gigantic storage containers. You can throw this wood scrap in there, food in there. MREs you can throw in there, but it's better to sell those if you don't want to use them. You can throw all this stuff in there, especially, again, the coal. And then you can close this bad boy up. And then you can flick this lever. And once everything inside of the furnace has burned away, you can go back over here and you can open this valve, and this valve will convert whatever you burned inside the furnace into usable gas or fuel. Now, it's not the best way to get yourself a bunch of fuel. You gotta burn a lot of stuff, especially, and there's a limited number of coal. But early on in the game, when you don't have a lot of stuff, see, I got like 3 points of fuel there. When you don't have a lot of equipment and a lot of resources early in the game, this is a pretty good way to go about getting some bonus fuel to use when you're trying to fuel back up your ATV. So then you can just grab this gas can. I recommend turning off the furnace when you're not using it, because it's very hard on the power system and can require you to have to go back out and reset your power transformers more often. But aside from that, you can just come back over here, fuel it back up with the fuel you just made, and set it right here. I would also recommend storing your gas canisters inside of another container, just because these things can get picked up by physics events, and then they can get, you know, yeeted into the sky, and then when they hit the ground, if they hit with enough force, they can explode. This one, I guess, just wasn't gonna play ball, which is probably for the best, because that's my main fuel can for this save. But they can get tossed up into the air and smashed back down by physics events, and they can explode and cause a fire and throw everything around in the room. So it's a good thing to put these somewhere safe in a box or a container. So that, in a nutshell, is how you do maintenance on this vehicle. Sometimes you might need to replace the tires. The tires are like, I think currently like 4 pieces of rubber and a piece of metal to craft them. But you do start out with a freebie right here. And these are kind of expensive, so I definitely recommend crafting them by using some of the free scrap that you can make by combining bits of metal and bits of wood on the old crafting table. So that'll be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. That's been the whole sheboygan with the ATV. If you need to repair components of the ATV, you can grab this toolbox, or buy a toolbox, or find a toolbox. They're all over the place. And you can click the core of the ATV, and you can repair it by holding down on it, just like you did with the wrench. And when it's done filling up the progress bar, it'll repair the ATV. It won't repair it from 0 to full, but it'll repair it in increments, and you can use this thing like 10 times. So that's it. That's how you do all the stuff with the ATV. You can buy upgrades at the computer and have them delivered, and then you can install them manually, like I did with the solar panels and the map and the storage. And I hope you find that helpful. I've been your host, Larry. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.